Today, we are going into some Debian Linux action. Debian 12 just launched, and it's kind of amazing. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming out for it. So, today, we're going to reinstall it. However, it's not just going to be a basic install here. We're going to redo Debian-Titus and kind of fix the configuration and how we do things there. Because that's something I've been meaning to approach, I just haven't yet. So the first thing I want to do today is pull up our Debian-Titus project and fix it before we say goodbye to NixOS. Old Nix has been a great run for us, 2 or 3 weeks now. I have enjoyed learning it and making a whole bunch of different content on it, but it is boring to me now, and it's time to say goodbye to Nix. I love you, Nix. You've been fantastic. Probably one of the funnest things to learn, in a minute. But now we're going to go on to Debian-Titus over here. You can see I created this a long time ago. It's been a while since I updated it with BSPWM. We're going to create a new branch to kind of archive our old footage because I don't even remember what I put here. It's been a long time since I've done anything with it. So let's create a new branch. And then we're going to just really start ripping apart this branch. And yeah. We'll see how that goes. So we're going to go BSPWM, BSPWM for this branch. That's the old one from like 2022. Not 100% there, but I just kind of want it for archival purposes. So we'll just create that branch. And now let's clone this one and start ripping it apart and making it ours. Yeah. This is the whole config screen, and I kind of want to. My thought process here is for the configuration of Debian 12. I really want more of a bash script to kind of help everyone out get there. Do we even have it here? Oh, we don't. All right, let's go repo clone Debian-Titus. What we're gonna do is go into it, Debian-Titus. And we're going to change, we're going to remove all these X whatevers. Going to trash those. We're going to move sugar candy as I'm not going to use any kind of theme. We're going to remove sources.list as I think that was like a SID. We want to go for the official branch. User directories, I don't even remember what that is. We'll leave that. XDG, that's actually probably something we should do. Oh, our dot fonts and dot configs we can leave for now. But we're going to change that as well. Oh, yes. We will be doing DWM and Debian for sure. I really want to go with the most minimal setup, very just a really stable base with not much not much in the way of moving parts. I really enjoy that because then you don't have to worry about things breaking, which is beautiful. Let's go install. Let's see what it's doing. So launching a super user, change to a SID branch. We will not be doing that. We're going to be doing as a stable branch. We could change everything to Nala, make these directories. That's fine. SDDM themes we're going to get rid of. We're going to get rid of these X configs that we're using for our configuration. I don't really care about that. Dot config, yeah. Background, we can do that. User to config, owning that's probably a good idea. Sugar candy theme we're going to get rid of, and the SDDM. And as far as sugar candy dependencies, we're going to delete that. We're going to get rid of BSPWM and the hotkey. Kitty will leave. Rofi we will leave. Probably not use though. Polybar we're going to get rid of. PyCom will leave. Thunar. Nitrogen. I go back and forth between Fey and Nitrogen. We'll leave it. We'll allow it for now. LX Polkit. We'll see about that. X server utils. Unzip. YAD. Probably won't need YAD. That's a calendar widget. Yeah. Nala is in the main repos now. I think that's actually new to Debian 12. Same with PyCom. PyCom used to not be in the repos either. Debian 12 is amazing, by the way. Wow. The best version of Debian thus far. Pulse Audio, Pavo Control for sure. All right, Neofetch, Flame Shot, PS Miss, sure, Mango HUD, Vim, LX Appearance. I like all of that. All of that looks pretty good. Instead of SDDM, I feel like doing light DM. Light DM instead of SDDM. Doesn't really matter. I think just light DM is a bit lighter, not as many dependencies. So that's fine. Nordic theme, we will do that as well. I like that. Fonts awesome. Fire Coda, Meslo, Nerd fonts, absolutely needed. They're great. Own, and then we rebuild. All that looks good. Nordsy cursor, I like. I think almost all this is already in my stuff. We'll go ahead and copy it though. I don't see any harm in overwriting whatever I have now. Yeah, famous last words. Brave, I think this might have changed. I think Brave might actually be in the Debian 12 repos, right? Debian 12 Brave. Let's see. No, it's still requiring the GEG key in the download. Yeah, there's not much difference as far as like light DM and SDDM for the login manager. Since we're using like auto login and we're not going to be using any themes, I probably would go with light DM because it's just a little bit lighter. It's in the name. But if I wanted to like have a really pretty login manager, I would probably put SDDM in because it has the best looking themes in my opinion. So we have that. We'll get rid of that. That actually should be light DM. And I think we had light DM up here, yeah. So we'll enable light DM, set graphical target. Beautiful bash. That's probably needed. Where is this CD though? I feel like all these cloned repos probably should be elsewhere as well. Polybar configs, not going to be needed. And then use Nala. Let's take a look at those scripts now, shall we? So in the scripts, we got change interface. Let's remove that. This other script's going to have a hell of a time running because it's not executable. So use Nala. What are we doing here? Username.useNala, root.useNala, change the bash RC. Okay. So it's just looking and finding this Nala, and if it's not there, it just adds these things in. Okay, that's fine. We can leave that script. We might expand it a little bit too. Let's just do a ls of dot fonts. That's just font awesome. That's fine. ls of dot config. You can see we have BSPWM, GIMP, GTK, MIME apps, PyCom, Polybar. We can get rid of a lot of that actually though. Let's go into .config, and it'd probably be easier if we just do it from our web. So we have this GIMP. I'm going to leave GTK. I'll leave those configurations. That should give us like the nice Nordic fonts and just themes like we have right now. Polybar we're getting rid of. Hotkeys we're getting rid of. Thunar and XFCE4 will probably dump as well. YAD and that also going to be trash. All right, making it a little more minimal. I think that's a good starting point. Yeah, I mean, I made a video a while back, and a lot of people think that Nala is a replacement for apt, which I said stop using apt, use Nala instead. Nala is just a front end for apt. You're still using apt, it just kind of makes it pretty. So that's all Nala is. You don't have to use Nala. It just makes things look a lot better. And why I like it on the update side of things. But you're still using apt at the end of the day. Well, I think that was missed on a lot of people, and I probably should have explained that better in a video, but you know, YouTube videos, you can only say so much before you're just like, okay, well, this was a 30-minute video that no one's going to watch. So you kind of have to bake it down to 10 minutes and be like, here you go, with a little bit of clickbait in there. Such is YouTube life. Yeah. And, you know, I'm getting a little sour on YouTube. I know. I'm really appreciative of YouTube, but at the same time, man, I just get tired of... All right, back to it. Sorry for getting waylaid right out of the start of the stream here. let's take a look at our Debian install. Let's take that install file one more time. I feel like this is pretty darn good, though, from a jumping off point. I don't think there's really anything else. I want to look at DWM dependencies, Debian dependencies, just to make sure we cover our bases. So we have our tar files, we have D menu that we'll probably be building as well, ST, probably leave ST out. I would say we'll have Xorg. We will need these files as well. Probably we'll grab build dependencies as another one to throw in here. So let's just toss those guys in. And I want to say there's a build essentials package in Debian as well that we probably should take a look at. Let's look at build essential. I think it's build essential Debian package. Yeah, it's build essential. I always call it build essentials because I feel like there should be an S on it, but really it's just build essential. That's needed for a lot of different packages. You can see GCC, regular C. I think instead of GCC, we could just do build essential. I feel like I kind of want that, especially with like deep package dev and a few others. Let's toss that in here. We probably can just remove GCC and do build essential. And let's go over here. I think that's enough to get us going. As far as xanmod, specifying these colors in the Nordic theme, like in X resources, I'm tempted to keep this file now that I'm looking at it. Let's see, URXVT, because I'm looking through, this is all X term settings, which I don't care about. There's the ST configuration settings as well, which I'm not even using ST, I'm using Kitty. I don't even think we really need anything in this file. So I'm gonna leave these out. I don't think we're gonna really bother with it too much. So what we'll do is we'll do a minimal ISO base. I think I've probably got to change this. Does this link work still? Oh, it does still work. Okay. We'll change that. Let's get to go downloading Debian. And we're going to just do the net install. I'm going to see if they fix the non-free installer here. That's another thing that I'm kind of curious about. Let's see how good Bookworm really is with the net install. So let's save this out. And let's just do a git status. What did we change? Quite a bit. We cleaned up quite a bit. Lazy G, DWM, Debian, launch. We'll go Debian 12 launch. All right, we're just going to paste that out. We're good. I do want to check to see it. Do I have any other settings? DWM's already patched with GitHub. Everything's set. We're ready. Is there any other settings that I probably want to grab? Probably Funar. Let's take a peek at our file system. I'm thinking what we could do here is like paste this in elsewhere as well. Yeah. Yeah, and Debian 12 is the first time they ever included non-free stuff. Right now I'm just debating on my FS tab and other locations. Let's see, what do we have? Titus, I think it was under backups. Do we have FS tab? Yeah, we still have FS tab over here with most of the stuff we need. And the big thing is grabbing volume groups, LVM. I would say that's probably the biggest thing, is mounting that in the home folder, ext4. Let's see about grabbing Debian LVM package. I want to say it's included with it, and I want to say it's just LVM2 is the package result. Let's see, Bookworm stable, LVM2 package. So we'll see if it includes LVM2. If not, we'll include that and then do the FS tab mount. So now the question is, how fast can we install Debian? I want to be done by 2 o'clock, which is in 40 minutes, with the configuration and everything. Doable? I think so. Although the last Debian install stream was like 6 hours. So so this is pretty it's up there. That's up there for uh but you know, we got to have our goals. Shoot high, right? Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. We'll go to our downloads, grab Debian 12, net install. We're going to put that in. Don't know why it's not mounting that. Is it images? Let's see. I think it's like a lazy mount. I probably should change that NixOS setting, but that's okay. It still mounts. Huh. Let's just do a new tab, I guess. I thought I copied it. Did I not? Copy. Paste? Oh. Does that not work? Oh. Okay, well, I still had some issues with NixOS here. All right, well, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way, right? We'll just go downloads. What is it? Debian 12. Let's just copy that to here. All right, now we have Debian. Got that. And if we look at our images, we should see old Debian 12. Should we clear out some of these old ones? Man, I don't think I'm going to use them again. Let's just delete that. Debian testing 20. Oh my gosh, what is that even doing there? Oh, I can't even delete it. Okay. 3CX. Okay, Debian 12 is there. Let's quit. Are we ready for this install? I think we are. Here we go. Off we go. Into the unknown. Like that Frozen song. Can't tell I have kids. I've always, the Debian installer has always been growing on me. I feel like this one, they're going to just master it. It's going to be great. Let's go. This one, I think, is my Ventoy. Maybe? I say so. All right. Oh, did I? I hit it. I hit enter too quick. Oh, darn it. Okay. 1 second. I fat fingered it and booted into the first ISO, which was Arch Linux. I think F8 just brings me right to a boot menu. Yeah, that's what I thought. Does Debian kill SSDs? I don't know if I've ever heard of that. That's odd. Oh, no. I never mounted the Debian. I mean, we could install Debian 11 and then just upgrade it to 12. I'd be so lazy. Oh, no. No, we're not doing that. All right, let's boot into Windows to install Debian. Tempted to do it, but no. All right, let's go. Here's our Ventoy, and then I think I have images somewhere over here. Images, yes. Debian 12, copy you, paste you into here. Oh, the new Ventoy plugins. Yeah, I need to look at Ventoy plugins. That'd be cool. But no, I just kind of use Ventoy every once in a while. I have it on an SSD because I ended up frying a thumb drive because I install systems too much. Shocker, right? So I don't even trust thumb drives anymore. And I'm like, I have like literally a 120 Samsung SSD that I toss everything on just because I'm like, I don't want to run into that again. All right, we got that. We got our Debian 12 over here. Everything is right with the world. Now let's reboot again. Yeah, it's easy to wear out thumb drives. A lot of people don't think about how thumb drives just wear down a lot quicker than a standard SSD. I'm glad Dark works, man. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool stuff out there for IT people. And Nix is a really neat distribution that has a lot of practicality in the business realm. Yeah, the only thing worse than thumb drives, guys, SD cards. I freaking hate SD cards. Oh, SD cards are simply the worst. Let's try graphical installer. It's been a while. I still preference the server installs, but let's just see the improvements with the graphical installer. Right? It's got to be substantial. I really, so on my Steam Deck, I I just grabbed like an NVMe 2230 drive and a 1 terabyte and swapped the one I had in there. I was just like, eh. So I have so much on my internal storage with my Steam Deck. I barely ever. I do have an SD card in there just for giggles, but I really don't use it very much. Yeah, I think this is actually, it picked up my 10 gig card, which did require custom non-free firmware. That was kind of the first test. Let's go. Debian Studio is going to be the name here. Root password, I like to leave this blank and then elevate to root, but I don't want root logging in. So usually I would just do this. Let's go central, continue. Let's see how the partitioning of disk, because I have a weird partitions disk, like Ubuntu freaks out and doesn't allow me to do it. Fedora really hates my setup to where I have to manually install it on a drive every freaking time. Let's see if Debian can do it. This is a lot to ask. So if this fails, by all means, don't take this as a knock against Debian. It fails on almost every distro just because when you have 8 different drives and you're mounting them to different points and they're using different things, like some use just base stuff and other things use completely different other things like LVM drives versus raw. Just, yeah, I'm not holding it to that. So let's see. Here's our Microsoft one. Here is our Nix OS one right here. So what we're going to do is, what are we doing? I want to delete some of these. Do we just like hit delete? Enter? Okay. Oh, okay. So then we just go delete. Delete. Just randomly delete stuff. Okay, I see how it's designed now. So then we got our free space over here. So we'll have our free space. We're going to create a new partition. Yep. Partition size. Let's do one gig. Continue. Beginning. And we're going to use the FAT32. Or no, EFI system partition. Yes. Continue. Bootable flag on. Yep. Done setting up partition. A little odd, but that's okay. We'll go to our free space here. We're going to create automatically partition the free space. Okay. All files in one partition. Continue. Okay. So what'd that do for me? So it created a swap file of a gig. I mean, it's kind of like, why even bother? 1 gig swap? That's weird. We have that. We have our EFI partition here. I want to just see. I want to delete this and then do it again just to see what happens. But let's take this one and we're going to use this as ext4. Continue. Do not format. Mount point, we're going to put that as home. Mount option, sure, default. That's fine. So we'd have home, root, our EFI. We have this one. I mean, that could work. I like XFS. XFS is good. You want to do XFS? We can do XFS. No biggie. Label. Let's call this root. Bootable flag, no. So we got our root drive right there. Under XFS, we have our EFI partition right here. That's 1 gig. That's not... See, the fact that should be like a /boot, I would imagine. That's the thing I'm like, that doesn't seem right. Let's just see what it does. Let's see what the wizard does when we do this. I'm just curious. Delete the partition. Let's say we go here with it. Automatically partition the free space. All in one. Continue. What does that do? So it did remove my home there, and it just created... I don't like this partitioning scheme. One, swap files I feel like should equal the memory, so this should be 32 gig. If you're ever going to try and use hibernation or something, you'd need that. But a 1 gig swap just seems silly to me. But whatever, it's fine. I'm not going to really use swap either way. So we'll change this. Home, keep data, mounting options, done. I was just kind of curious to see how it would set it up with the guided. Either way, all that's good. This is our logical volume. That's home. That is root. You guys wanted to do XFS, which is fine. Label, let's call this root. And boot a flag off. Done. So now we got XFS swap. With a little weird setup. I really kind of wanted to challenge the wizard just to see what happens. I don't think any of this will really, unless I wipe out my drive. Let me double check. No. Okay, go back. don't want to wipe out my home folder. That would suck. I mean, ext4 is tried and true. It's fine. XFS, I think, is a little more performant, but I mean, we're splitting hairs here at the end of the day. Both work very well. I mean, they're still light years ahead of NFS. Ugh. Ew, gross, NFS. Only thing worse than NFS is FAT32. Ugh. All right, let's see what we get. Finish. Let's write these changes. Let's write them. Are we going to wipe everything out in this thing? Probably, but fingers crossed. Yeah, most wizards, like I say, freak out. Fedora's wizard's awful. I would say Fedora has the worst install wizard out of all of them. If this works, I'd put Debian at the top. I would say it even beats Ubuntu. But Debian usually fails on me. I don't have a great track record with old Debian. Debian and me go way back on bad installs. I love Debian, but man, the installer has not treated me very kindly. Hey, it is installing LVM2, by the way. It kind of needs to mount that home directory. All right. Well, let's see. That looks like it worked. Nice. There was a new thing. I found this really cool one. If you want, like, it's not here. There's a Debian CloudFront that you can use that's actually pretty good. I kind of like LeaseWeb. There's a Dallas-Fort Worth mirror, so I'm going to use it. But if you're unsure, just pick debian.org. Can't really go wrong with that one. No proxy. That's more for like enterprise environments. So now I'm just kind of curious. Now, usually we get like a prompt. Hey, what do we want to install on this one? We're not going to install much. No package survey. We're going to run task SEL. We're not going to do a desktop environment. We'll leave standard system and tools. Sure. That's fine. Probably most people will pick like an actual desktop environment. We're not going to. We're just going minimal. I know everyone that watches my stream, they're like, what the hell, Titus? You like choose the hard mode. I mean, why install bloat if I'm not going to use it? That's all I got to say. Desktop environments are bloat. All right, here we go. Continue. The moment of truth. What are we going to get? The last time I did this on a new system inside using the latest Intel chips, using Ubuntu, and it kernel panicked on me. I was like, oh, damn, Ubuntu. That was kind of wild. Oh, do I need to... Is this going to boot Windows? Oh, no. Nice. It didn't. I like it. So far, so good. Debian Dark Souls Edition. Oh, that would make for a banger video. God, I like it. Yeah, I got one big Nix video coming out Friday. I've already recorded it. I just got to edit it. Why I dislike the Fedora installer. Fedora installer requires 3 partitions. By default, it wants to create a /boot partition and then a /EFI partition in that boot. So there's 2, and then it wants a regular root partition, which is 3 partitions. I hate with a dire passion that partitioning scheme. I get why they do it. They do it mainly because the boot they want to encrypt the boot and then have the EFI unencrypted. But at that point in time, I'm like, well, why the hell do you even have that /boot partition? Why not just throw that on your root? I don't understand. So the 3 partition scheme on the Fedora installer makes me just hate. This is not looking good. I got a black screen here. And that's not a positive sign. All right. Yeah, yeah. It did not like my home. Okay. Well, let's repair our broken install because I did that. Let's just go here. Um, let's just change this to a read write. Init bin bash. I think that works. Let's see what we get. Yeah, all right, cool. LS, great. Let's go to home. What do we have? Oh, that's right. We're not mounting anything. If we do a mount A, nothing. Cat etc fs tab. Do we have that LVM drive? Oh, it can't mount it in safe mode, can it? Sad face. Alrighty. So we have that. I don't think we could do this. Let's just see. That logical volume is playing hell with me. Already mounted on home. Uh-oh. Rutro scoop. Oh, shoot. Well, that's not good. Giant thunder just happened outside right as I said that. Foreboding. I feel like we're in a horror movie. This just went sideways. It always goes sideways on my Debian installs. Oh, damn it. Okay. I was about to say, this is too easy. I knew it. I knew better. What could I do here? LV status. LV? Display? Well, we don't need a sudo. BLKID, please. Oof. Okay, okay. What can I do to fix this? Oh, crap, man. That home folder might be a goner. Crud. Do we have V, maybe? Yeah, we got V. All right. Shiitake mushrooms. All right, let's try this. We don't have an init daemon. Maybe we can control delete it. No, we're not reinstalling. There's no such thing. We break it and then we fix it. Reinstalling's for noobs. I'll be reinstalling in probably 5 minutes. I think Windows is still there. Maybe. Possibly. Can we get oh, you know what? What if we maybe we'll have TTY? I didn't check TTY. TTY? Please? Please? All right, that was not it. Okay. Let's try something else. What if we change up a few things? Yes, I do need to enable that. Let's go with like a read write and see what we get here. Let's see the display. What's happening with the system? Well, that didn't tell me anything. Okay. One more time. We'll get it. We'll get it. What about, I mean, got an idea. I got an idea. All right. So we're back here. What if we read write? Oh, is it not showing? I think I broke my stream here. Oh no. 1 second. The resolution changed so much my stream was like, and I'm done. I don't know what you're doing, but the resolution is changing too much. Come on. All right, fine. Let's change that again. Deactivate, activate. Well, alrighty. We'll see. I'm just gonna go into GRUB edit. It should be like 640 by 400 or something crazy. Some resolution that's just not being rendered. We're just gonna edit this one line and see if it shows. Unfortunate. There's nothing wrong with GRUB. GRUB's a delicious, amazing bootloader. My favorite bootloader, in fact. Hey, just because you're an Arch user and Arch likes to break GRUB every 6 months, does not mean it doesn't work for everybody else. All right, so we're here. Let's edit. Let's come down to here. We'll remove quiet. We'll go rewrite. Let's go with init Ooh, we could try single user. Let's try single. So, actually, sorry, I escaped out of that. Should be read write, single user, and then let's see if this could get us a prompt that does not kernel panic or something. Ah, shoot. Well, the single user idea was good. That sometimes works. This one, no. Cool. All right. Ah, here we go. Let me think of some other ideas here. Chat. Damn, we are not making our 40-minute deadline. I feel like we should just wipe out the home folder. I think the home folder is just holding us back. Let's do init equals bin bash. We'll get back into the... Did I go rewrite with that? I can't remember. V etc fs tab. Okay. Yeah, that did that. But if we go mount A, volume was not properly mounted. Some data might be corrupt. Recovery complete. Mounted. Oh, lordy. Boot EFI. CD boot EFI. It's there. Okay, it's still okay. And if we go home. Okay, yeah, it's there. So now let's go Titus. Okay. So there's our stuff. I don't know what happened, but just coming back in and then making sure it didn't mount right off the get-go was fine. So let's do an all listing. You can see that Titus is still there. Let's just do a chown Titus, and maybe do like a recursive flag on that. And that should go through and take ownership. Sometimes when you're going between distributions, the UID or the IDs for the user can sometimes differ from distro to distro. So let's just see on that. And that stupid Win11 stock.image is still there. I never did get rid of that. So let's do a ls all, and then WinStock image right there. Let's remove Win11. Operation not permitted. Dude, what the hell? I think there's something wrong with my LVM. I'm root. I should be able to permit myself. What if I like DD'd it? I could DD the Win11 stock image. That'd be hilarious. Can you DD an input file like that? Like, let's say DD input file equals like dev null, output file equals home Titus. I've never done this, so please don't copy me. Status equals, let's go block size equals 1 meg. What does this do, I wonder? Equals progress. Well, we're running as root, so sudo is not needed. What if we do that? Okay, unrecognized BS1 meg. That's fine. Let's just go status. Oh yeah, it's just not allowing me. All right. Whatevs. Let's reboot and see if this works. Let's just do that. That was odd though, right? Made it immutable a while back. Oh, maybe. I've switched so many distros, I'm sure I would mess stuff up, so we'll see. Come on, don't give me a black screen. Give me something better. Just something. Anything. I feel like we should just wipe it all out. Just nuke it. That LVM drive has been like a thorn in my side for a while now, but man, all my cache files and configs. Oh, I could take it over, but do I want to? I'm debating. Could copy and nuke, yeah. All right. I agree. That's what we're going to do. All right, round 2. If you weren't here for the beginning, that's okay. We're starting over. Oh, man. That's all right, though. Backups are for noobs. Let's go. It's not fun doing a backup. You got a YOLO on stream. It's like part of the entertainment value here. There's nothing greater than seeing someone wipe out their own system. All right. So we're going to just fly through our installer. We've already kind of figured out the partitioning scheme and how Debian 12 likes to do it, which I don't mind it so much. I think the 1 gig swap file is a little silly. But other than that, it's fine. We'll just let it do its thing. So we'll just take that. We're going to go with the 10 gig since it's using non-free drivers now. Thank you, Debian 11 or Debian 12 for finally allowing it. And we're just going to let it go. We're not going to give it any crazy configuration or any of the crap I like to do all the time. Debian Studio is where this is at. And we're just going to put it in. It's going to be fantastic. No root password because we're not crazy. And then we'll just elevate from our user like a normal person. Our central time zone here, the old Titus resident. We'll set up our partitioner. This time we're not gonna go wild. We're just gonna go, okay, let's just see what the problem was. Do you think, this is an idea too, I'm just spitballing. Do you think maybe switching it to XFS could have been the problem? Maybe. That's a possibility. So let's just take this one. We're gonna automatically partition per the installer instructions. So you can see it's creating these 3 partitions, a root, a swap, and then a boot, which is perfect. I like that. I'm okay with it. Let's write those out. Did I pay attention or was I wiping out? I'm pretty sure that was my Linux one. All right, whatever, YOLO. Let's do it. Speed. Speed is what we need. No double checking here. We just partition quick and move. Another thunder strike. Sure, it's fine. All right. Gonna go with LeaseWeb. I like their mirrors. There's also CloudFront if you want AWS mirrors, which are really fast. Another good Debian source. And we could also do like the Nala has a fastest mirror one we could do as well. I think for the prime there, King and Lawrence. All right. I'm getting a delivery, so I might have to step away for a minute. We're going to go no desktop environment. We're going to stick with the no desktop environment. Maybe the installer, there's another variable. So it could be a switch into XFS, which I don't think I switched it back to XFS. I think we're running ext4 now. Whatever. Or it could also be the fact we've put no desktop environment. Maybe it's trying to set it to graphical based on that last user selection instead of the server default target. That's possible as well. But I don't think that's it. I think it was the LVM drive that was causing all the headache. So let's hit continue. We're going to reboot. And then we should have a prompt. All right. Let's try it. And no black screen. Come on. Shucks. That's unfortunate. Oh. What was that? Hello? We're good. We're good. Just the wife. All right. Alrighty, I think we got it. Ah. Oh. Need to make like a catch back there. Whatever. Dang it. Black screen again. Why do I suck so much at installing Debian? It's kind of embarrassing at this point. Now, I mean, it was kind of embarrassing 4 years ago. But now it's like getting a little bit ridiculous. Like, oh. All right. I know the problem now. Oh, the WinUtil PR? Yeah, I'll check. I'll try and check that later tonight with the WinUtility PR. Check var log. Yeah. We could also do journal CTL as well. Well, I bet you there's some kind of... Let's go into init bash real fast because I'm really curious now. I bet you there is something. Let's go. Read write. Init bin bash. Let's just see. I don't think we'll have access to journal CTL. We go journal CTL XE. Yeah, we're not going to have any access to it. But that's okay. Let's go to var log. And what do we have? We could do a tail. Oh, geez, there's not much here. Journal? Oh, tail last log. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, let's go into journal, I guess. Let's, tail number 20. Or actually, we could just do C3. Oh, okay, that's a directory. System.journal. Okay. Tail system journal. No, nope, nope. All right, well, interesting. Crud. Well, all right. Third time's the charm, guys. We're gonna reboot again. this time, I've got it. I've got it. This time, it's gonna work perfect. I understand what I was doing wrong. This one's gonna be absolutely a banger. You're gonna be impressed by how well this works. But it's totally my fault. I own it. I'm not gonna say it was Debian. This was on me. And it was because of my weird selection of utilities, and I feel like there's something new there. That's okay. This time, it's gonna work great, and we're gonna just go ahead and toss our home folder in there. So, we're gonna just go continue, home, go detect, any second. All right. Whew. This time for sure. All right, we're gonna go. We'll leave our 10 gig network. It could be the network one too. Maybe using that 10 gig card, which does require custom firmware. Maybe there was some shenanigans there. Possibly. I'm going to just go Debian Studio. It's going to be real easy. No domain. And no root password because, again, you don't set a root password in Debian. You set a password to your user account, and then you elevate from your user account. Don't log in as root. Don't be that guy. So we're going to set all that. Our locale. Perfect. Partitioner. We're just going to use the entire disk. Continue. And we'll just set this disk. Continue. All files, one partition. Continue. All right. Let's finish that up. Should we check it? Yeah, it looks good. Let's go. You can see it's setting up all the partitions. We're going to write those changes. Continue. And then for our base, we're going to just uncheck everything. We're just going to get the core packages. It's going to install beautifully. And everything is going to be right with the world. Oh, yeah. Peter, I would say DWM is undeniably a lot easier once you wrap your brain around it. So much better. So much less of a headache for me. Lease web. Here we go. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. All right, we're going to select zero software this time around. Nothing. No. We're going to just say nothing, please. Just give us the base. Just absolutely nothing. And that should work. All right. Continue. And here we go. This time, it's going to work great. I am 73% sure. All right. There's GRUB. We probably should have done, got rid of the quiet so we get a little bit more readout. But, I mean, did I say 73? Maybe I meant 33. Debian. Why you do this to me, man? God. I am cursed. Absolutely cursed. Oh, damn. Why? Maybe we could use the other network interface? It could be. Maybe it's just sitting there. We could just let it sit here for a minute and a half. You have to select at least one of the visuals. But you should be able to, it should be sitting on TTY here. This should be a default target. It shouldn't even be graphical. This should, Control Alt F2, F3, F4, F6. All of them should get you a TTY. You don't need a graphical target. What happened here? Okay, this is on Debian. I take back everything I said. Debian's new installer can kiss my... Just, come on. Sorry. Just want it to work so well, but a guided installer with nothing selected under task SEL should give you that target. All right. Yeah, as much as I crapped on Fedora's installer, at least it always gave me a thing. Always gave me a TTY at least. Console. Oh, yeah. Everything's a lot nicer at this point. I don't know why, man. I always find the bugs. I always find the bugs in an installer. Ah, lordy. I'm not going to install a desktop environment. I refuse. Straight up refuse. No. We're going to get rid of the graphical installer too. We're going old school. I'm not messing around anymore. Their graphical installer just sucks. It always leads me astray. I know the server installer always works, but you guys can't even see it because why? Come on. Populate. Oh, come on. Configure video? It's not even going to allow me to do it. Not even going to allow me to do it. Oh, heck. Okay. I guess you just get to see me stare at this screen while I'm trying to configure it through terminal. But GRUB showed up. It should be... All right, I'm going to reboot. I'm going to just reboot one more time, guys. And then we'll choose a different one. All right, I'm going to wait. Maybe if I wait on the Debian selection screen for it to show up, it'll show up properly on my screen capture. Okay. You guys can see that. Okay, you see that. Debian 12. Okay. Do you see anything? Come on. Oh, man. Now I'm having problems capturing in the installer for some odd reason. Okay. All right, well, I guess we'll just do graphic. The graphic installer seems to pop up. No? No. It's just refusing all kinds of installs now. Oh, what a disaster of a stream. But why? Why is it like this? All right. That's okay. I've thought of a different way. This is going to look hokey and terrible, but it's fine. You guys can at least get some entertainment out of it. What if? Okay. Camera. All right, camera. 1 second. Huh? Yes. Focus. Focus. Yes. All right. Aha. The Inception. There we go. Abort install. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing on the screen, and then we're just gonna do it the old school way. Snacking on cashew nuts, you betcha. Delicious. This works pretty well, actually. Oh yeah, mount the camera to the back of the chair. That would be it. That'd be pretty good. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna go through the server install. I've done Debian server install, never fails. So if you ever have problems, just do the regular install. We'll select our gigabit our network instead of the 10 gig. Maybe that has something to do with it. And then we're gonna take this, and we're just gonna label it Debian Studio. I know you guys can't see it that well, but at least you can kind of see what's happening on the screen. No root password. We'll type our username in. Yep. Password for the username. Central time zone. Now we should get to the partitioner. We're going to just say use entire disk. We'll select our disk. All files in one partition. We'll just let it do its thing. Finish partitioning and write changes. We'll do that. We'll write the changes to disk. Yes. Okay. And now we should be getting standard core packages installed. And for the base system, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to put LXQT on it just to make sure. Because we already use a lot of LXQT stuff like LX Appearance, LX Poll Kit. So we'll just do that. Yeah, and this installer I just know. That's the thing. Like if you're having problems with like a graphical installer, switching these up to, or selecting our mirror here, switching these to just something that's not a GUI implementation is just the way to roll. XFCE is also good. You know what XFCE should do though? XFCE should totally be like have a better rice on us. Like, why do they make it look so ugly? It's like they don't want people to use it. All right, know that. All right, we don't want GNOME. We just want LXQT. So we'll install LXQT. It's the lightest, desktop environment that Debian offers. Yeah, LXQT should be the lightest out of all of the selections we had there. LXDE might be a little bit lighter, but it's so old that it's been deprecated compared to LXQT, at least from my knowledge. Oh, yeah. I got that face cam. It's like the inception of face cams. It's like, whoa, this is wild. We got about a minute left on this. Okay, LXDE did get an update back in 2021, so it's not completely deprecated. I always liked LXDE. I just know LXQT has a bit more development going on. KDE is just really heavy, and it installs a bunch of tools that I'm not going to use. You could argue this probably would too, but at this point, I just wanted to get it installed. I'm like over it. This can't have another black screen. Not with all our options. There's just no way. There's no way, no how. That's the thing. This is gonna work, 100%. Oh yeah. KDE doesn't run heavy. It just has a lot of packages that I won't use. I mean, at the end of the day, the only packages that I really want to be using here is DWM and probably like dmenu, and that's it. I mean, it's super, super small. Like nothing's running, and I like that. Did this ever come on? Let me look. Hey, it came back. All right, here we go. We got the side. We'll leave the side camera up just in case. I don't know what's going on with my capture card. I think it's like overheating. I'll turn this guy off. But we can switch back to it if we need. Have I ever used Mac for development? A little bit. Mac's okay. I get why programmers choose it. It's a very predictable environment. But at the end of the day, I really hate Finder and a lot of the Mac aesthetics. So Mac to me is kind of a no-go. Unless it's like something I absolutely have to have. Like when I was using Final Cut Pro, I was on Mac quite a bit. And I still have my Mac Mini just kind of for reference in case there is something like Mac that pops up that I need. All right, this is going to work for sure. 100% sure. Oh, goodness. All right, continue. All right, no black screen this time. It's going to work. Okay. Oh, God. What the hell? What? Oh. Just so you know, it's just a black screen. What? I mean, I'm at a loss for words. We installed that. So we have GRUB. So like let's just reboot. Like this is such a weird. Like I don't get it. Like it's wild. 1 second. All right. Let's see. Can you see more of that? All right. We're gonna focus and then reboot. Come on. You're gonna show me something? Okay. There's our GRUB screen. Booting. And nothing. Okay, so what in the hell? We don't have an NVIDIA card. We can try nomodeset. I mean, that's what we usually do when we run into a black screen like this. But the thing is, TTY should show up. So let's try nomodeset. All right. Okay. We'll come down to here. We're just going to go read write nomodeset. Boot in. If it's just a nomodeset, I'm going to be like, what the world? All right, so we got that. Got that. What? Oh, God bless. All right. Just match the output, and then we go deactivate, and then activate. You said okay. Bam. Oh. What? It's an AMD card? Yeah, it's an AMD card. Like, so I guess the 6.1 kernel hates my card. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we can just blame the kernel. So right now we're at a 76 refresh with a 128, and it's the totally of that. What do we got? We got Firefox on here. Let's just see. I'm curious. We might blow this out, but now I'm kind of like, what the hell? Let's just go over here. Let's just do that. And then let's grab this one. If it's the kernel, doing like a xanmod kernel probably would fix this. I'm just saying. So let's just do a custom xanmod kernel with like headers and stuff. And then, I mean, let's just switch from a 6.1 to a 6.37 kernel using xanmod optimizations. That would be wild. Peter says it's not the kernel. Let's see. Yeah, we should have a lot more options. And if it's the kernel, when we come back into here, we should have a whole host of resolutions. But if we don't, we'll have a black screen, right? So let's reboot. All right. Let's just sudo reboot. How weird. Dude, I would literally be cursed if it ends up being the kernel. Just utter cursed. Okay, there's that. So we're booting into the 6.37 kernel. And do we still have a black screen with nothing? What the hell? So why is that? Could be something super stupid. What if it's trying to display like a 4K output because I have a whole bunch of streaming stuff picking up the signal between it and the monitor? Maybe it's trying to display it in a 4K display and it's just like freaking out. That would make more sense to me. Because the nomodeset forcing it into like a 768 resolution fixes it. Oh, that's so silly. Gosh, that's so silly. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to reboot again. And I'm going to just slowly start removing like mirrors, capture cards, everything from this. I removed a switcher. Let's see if the switcher was possibly tossing into an incorrect resolution. That was it. I'm cursed. That was all it was. That is such a silly thing. Yeah, I fixed everything. Yeah, so it was just the switcher. My HDMI switcher was pushing it into a resolution that didn't exist. Where now with the mirror, it doesn't. So it's like, hey, no worries, I got you. And it puts it in the proper resolution. Oh, man. Dang. So all this time, for the entire past hour, was just because I had some hardware switcher that was trying to push 480p. Well, now I since I feel bad about talking crap about Debian, let's push it through the proper way and see what happens. So, oh my, that is just terrible. I'm sorry, Debian. I'm sorry. We have a bad history together, and especially your installer. So we're gonna go install it and pretend like none of this ever happened. We're just gonna go right back to the installer, and then we're gonna pretend like none of this ever happened. Okay? This is the very first time we're installing Debian. Debian 12, the latest and greatest new version that is not showing up again. Okay. Come on. Gonna not just not display for me. Okay. That's okay. We'll just come back. That it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna go with the graphical installer on our secondary camera. That's gonna be okay. This is a cheap monitor, so if I end up smashing into bits, I'm only at like $100, so it's fine. They're just 1080p monitors. All right, first time installing, we're gonna just go through with my special use case. Everything's gonna work perfectly, and it'll be fine. All right, Debian Studio. Set up our network. Set up our username. Set up our time zone. And then we'll just do a manual. And we'll just set these up. I think we can just delete these partitions. Delete partition. Delete partition. And we're going to set up a little bit weird. So on this one, we'll just go continue, automatically partition, all in one. And once that's done, we're going to come back up here. We're going to change it from ext4. We're going to try and break it this time. We're going to change it from ext4 to xfs. And then we're going to come to our home LVM drive over here. We're going to use this one. It's an ext4. We're not going to partition it or format it. We'll set it to our home directories, mount options default, done, setting up partition. So now we have everything set exactly how I'd like to configure it. We're going to finish. We're going to write these changes to disk like so. Format the partitions and then install the base system. I know. And this is going to work great. So the whole time, me cursing Debian, it ended up just being my capture card. Embarrassing. Yeah. All right. We'll say continue with the United States. Change our mirror to lease web as it's really close. You know what? Let's just leave it on Debian. Let's just leave that. It's what most people do. We're not going to buck the trend. Select and install software. This time we're going to just choose nothing. Yeah, I wanted to just spit me on a console. So we're going to say no. We're just going to go like that. I'll leave standard system utilities just because there'll be stuff in there I probably need. I think it's just like incurses, some Python stuff. What else is in there? Some apt, manual. Yeah, all that stuff we're probably going to need anyways. So now we're installing GRUB, setting up users, little AMD microcode, which I heard I don't think you even need that anymore. It's built into the kernel, but so be it. So now we finish, reboot, and here we go. The moment of truth. All right. Booting into the kernel from GRUB to this, and there it is. That's so crazy. There we are. All right. We are set. Let's log in. Let's do, oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Shoot. Okay, so this is not Debian's fault either. This one's on me. That's my LVM drive being mapped as home. Permissions issue, I'd say. Yeah, this is just a permissions issue. Thanks for the prime there, Kang. This is totally solvable. We're just going to come right down into here. We're just going to go read write init equals bin bash. We'll boot in. Should be fine. If we do cd home, you'll see that there is not anything going on there. But again, that's okay. We're just gonna do that, and we'll just do that, and then we'll just log back into it, set the permissions, and it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. Totally okay. All right. No. Oh, geez. So we're into the system. We don't have a home directory because, well, when I created the user, I mapped my LVM drive, which is kind of broken right now, into the home directory. So that's problematic. So when we go to log in, you can see that no directory logging in with home /, which is kind of a problem. So let's go into home. I bet we can cheese this with just doing like a make directory Titus, sudo that, sudo bang bang. Oh, sudo make directory, whatever, Titus. So then we create that directory, and if we look, it's there. We'll go sudo ch own Titus : Titus recursive. There shouldn't be anything there. We'll exit, come back, log back in, and now you can see that we are in the proper directory. We're logged in to a blank Titus home directory. So everything's set. It's installed properly. We're good. Now I'm just got to copy everything over. How do I want to approach this is the next question. Probably mounting the LVM drive, then manually copying it over would be the way to go. We could do rsync. I kind of like the -avp parameters if you're using rsync. Something like rsync -avp with a capital P for progress. That's typically my rsync syntax I like to use. Just the archive, which gives you all the default variables, and then V for verbose, and then capital P for progress. But we're probably not going to do that. We're going to do like a sudo apt install dpackage. Oh, actually, let's just do a sudo dpackage reconfigure console setup. Let's make it so you guys can see what's up. We don't have console setup installed, so console setup. Yes. We'll set that up. Ooh, makes it look a little more tangible. I think we can do terminus font as well. Fonts. What about an apt search terminus? Fonts -terminus. Thanks, Debian. Oh man, I just turned to Fedora there for a DNF. Apt install fonts -terminus. And then sudo dpackage reconfigure console setup. And then let's make it look a little bit better, right? Terminus. Let's go with the 24, please. Kabam. All right. Can you guys see that? Better? Yeah, my brain's not working on that. I feel like that's good. Or should we go bold? I feel like a bold 24 point would be best. I feel like a 24 point bold. Yeah, that gives us a little bit more weight behind it. So then we do an ls. We have everything. Okay. So we have our blank package install here. We have... Gotta get going. Gotta get going, Chris. Come on. Let's take a look at our drives. We need to grab that LVM and start copying crap over because I don't want to be here all day. Sudo apt install git. Yes. Let's do gh as well. Let's do a lsblk. What do we got for that volume group? Let's sudo apt install lvm2. Is that already installed? Already there. So now if we do a dev mount, what do we got? I want to say logical volume group should be like a LV, or is it PV? I can't remember. Dev, maybe it's mapper. Yeah, I think it's mapper. VG1. Let's mount that to MNT. Super user that. Cool. Let's go into MNT. All right. CD Titus. Oh god, I gotta get that alias. Let's just alias ls. Give me a long listing. Long all listing. Okay. So now we got our LL. Oh, there's so much crap here. Ugh. What do I want to do? Man. So much to do. Where do we start? Let's just move .cache to home. We'll just take that right off of that drive. I guess I should have done a copy. Now that I'm thinking about that, doing a move is kind of a bold. Oh no. I did a /, right? Okay, we're good. All right, cool. We're fine. Let's move .config as well, because I don't want to be here all day. Let's move it. So we'll have all our configs, all of our cache. And then what else do we want? I probably should look how much this stuff is in size, as that could be problematic for me. And we got DaVinci junk, build. We'll redo all our builds. We'll redo all our GitHub repos. We'll redo downloads, desktop, documents. Games I kind of want to grab. That'd be nice. And I don't really see anything here. I know there is, though. Oh, man. Now, we're going to dump all the games, all of Steam library. Jeez. I will dump everything. We're just going to dump everything in a home folder. I'm just going to delete it all. I just wanted to get the cache and the config files. And so we have just cache and config. We're going to make a new directory. We're going to call this one GitHub. GitHub, GH, auth. I wonder, does it say status? Okay, it looks like we are still, now that I grabbed the cache, it does grab all of my stuff. So cool. So we can just do a repo clone, Debian-Titus. Perfect. And then GH repo clone, Debian-Titus. All right. So let's go into Debian-Titus. And we can see that install. Let's go sudo install sh. What do we have? This will grab Nala and some other stuff for us. Fonts that are needed. PyCom. And then once we have LightDM, we'll set the configuration target to graphical, set auto login, add the auto login group, specify our user, and then we'll have a super minimal system with like a gajillion packages installed. That's okay. Yeah, this is terminal only install. That's pretty much what I always like to do with every distribution. I don't really like the, hey, give me a graphic desktop environment. I like to just kind of stay from terminal. So if we do this right, we still need to make a DWM session. I forgot about that. I just remembered. All right. Now we're moving on to X for rendering graphics. I do miss Nala. It does look quite beautiful. I'm doing all right now. Man, I was about to lose my crap at the beginning of this stream, though. Like, it just going dark. Like, it should have been just straight into terminal like this, but it's always something, man. I don't know why. Oh, I just spotted an error, too. We gotta fix something on this install as well. Now we're grabbing Brave. The script's pretty good, though. There's a couple things I'd catch. Am I not in the sudo group? I'm in the sudo group. And then let's go sudo chmod. I don't know why my font turned to red. That's kind of weird. Let's go user mod ag auto login Titus groups. Set groups. All right, now we got auto login. Specify that in sudo vim etc lightdm and then lightdm.conf. All right, what do we got? Auto login user, auto login session. User is going to be Titus, session is going to be DWM. And then we got to add that as well. I don't think there's anything else in here I really want to do. All right, we've done that. And then trying to think where, I don't like how I did the dot fonts. I would prefer like a make directory dot local and then toss the dot fonts into, I think it's dot local / share / fonts, or maybe it's just dot local / fonts. I'll check the proper XDG path name. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but anyways, it's neither here or there. That'll be fine. Sudo remove.use Nala. All right. Sudo apt update. Let's just do a quick update. Apt upgrade. I don't think there's anything there. All right. So we've got that done, but we do need to get our sessions. And I believe that's in USR, user system resources. Where would that be? So you got LightDM, presets enabled. If I do a start of LightDM, I think that would not put me in the right spot because I need that session. Copying the default session. I'm trying to think of where that's at. Oh, it is .local/share fonts. That's right. Okay, cool. Yeah, because if we look here, one thing that's wrong with this script I've created is I would like the fonts folder, .fonts, to be in .local share fonts. So it should be this, but there's no directory there because there's no path. So we'll do share, something like that. So then we can move .fonts to .local share. And if we go .local share, you can see fonts being there, but that is actually incorrect because it should be fonts. So then it should look like that. And then you'd add like themes and other stuff in here. So it's just the best way to do it. The reason why you do it that way is because Flatpak will freak out and not honor a lot of your customizations or not see fonts or themes and other things there that should be there. You could also toss in like USR local share, I think, as well. But anyways, okay. Now I just got to find where to put my sessions. Where are you, session? That's a good question. Oh, man. Debian-Titus. If we look at this, I want to say, oh, geez. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what happened there. Sudo remove .bash rc. Screwed up my bash. Ah, all right. 1 second here. I just need to find session. I'll just look it up on my phone. Here we go. Let's go. Session list Linux. It says Hue. What is that? Oh, that just shows like current sessions of where we're at. That's not exactly what I wanted. DWM. I mean, hell with this. What? Why am I doing it on my phone? This is stupid. Can we just do start X? What do we do execute? Oh, that's right. I haven't even compiled it yet. Error. Cannot find XCB or XCP.res. LD cannot find. Okay. Oh man, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? We're almost there. I thought we got the correct one with libxcb, but maybe not. Alrighty. Let's go search res, XCP res, no? Nothing with res, okay. Missing a dependency package for DWM, so it's not compiling properly. What is it? All right, cannot find LXCB, no file, blah, blah, blah. Today's not my day. What would that be? Let's go search XCP grep dev. Let's do a less. All right, missing one quick file, and we'll be there. What is it, though? Oh, damn it. I know it's not Rust. This is written in C. libxcp util-dev, maybe? We got libxcp xenorama there at the end. I feel like that might be it. So sudo apt install libxcb dash xenorama 0-dev. Maybe that gives me what I need. libx11 xcb1, maybe. Sudo apt install libxcb res 0-dev. Let's grab that. I think it was a dependency in one of my packages that I forgot about. I did a patch on DWM, and I think one of them required something I missed. And okay, we're still missing one dependency. We did get one, so I think it is that libx11 one. So sudo apt install libx11 xcb1. I think that should, no, that's already there, but maybe it's dev? No. Lib x11 grep xcb. Oh, apt search. Okay, so it really should be this one, lib x11-xcb-dev. All right, now if we do a make, it should work. Yeah. So sudo make install. Good. So now if we execute DWM, okay, execute DWM. No. Oopsies. We probably need, is there start X there? Oh, crap. We need the Xorg stuff. Ah, okay. So, no start X. Man, I really missed the boat on this one. Usually I'm a little bit closer on my scripts, but missing quite a few dependencies here. I thought we got Xorg, right? Oh. That'll help. Oh, gosh. What are we in? Oh. External immule. What is... Do we have like D menu maybe? Probably gonna have to build D menu. Oh no, D menu's there. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. I probably should have built that. Quick side note, the resolution's way off. The screen is getting cut off drastically, which is problematic. We could try like Arandr maybe. Let's see what like an Arandr maybe would give us. So that's like our primary. I still don't know what I don't even know how it's displaying anything. I guess we're not in anything right now. But I bet it's like an X, it's like a standard stock X GUI. I know, it just uses it just makes it a little easier than doing xrandr. I guess it's just the default display mode X has. That's crazy. I didn't even know that's a thing. Okay. We've got it. DWM. Light DM session. USR share X sessions. That's it. So I knew it was something easy. My bad. I don't even think I have X clip. Darn it. Don't even. That's okay. I can remember it all. Desktop entry, encoding, UTF. Probably just name and execute and then type X session. So probably just that, and then that. Name. So name, execute, and then type should be fine. Probably. Maybe. Oh, lordy. All right. Exit. Okay. I don't know what the hell this is. Let's get xclip going. Let's go user share. No X sessions. Okay, cool. And then if we do a L listing, cat light DM session, perfect. Default X session is default. I wonder. Let's just copy light DM session to dwm.desktop. Sudo that. Sudo vim dwm. Then execute this. Let's just call this dwm type. It's actually X session, I think was what the type, correct? Dang, I should have paid more attention. I want to say it was like X session. Something like that. Then we do DWM. Okay. Perfect. And then if we do that, we got D menu. Perfection. So I think that's good. I think we're good. So if we just do restart, there is no reboot found. Why? Huh. Sudo reboot, I guess. I think this would get us everything we need. The spelling is a question on that application type. I don't think that's going to hang us up at all. I think that the type doesn't matter as much. But I guess we'll find out here in a second. Yeah. Easy. We're done. We now have neofetch. Question is, look at that. It's perfect. Perfection. The perfect system has been made after much aggravation and pounding my head against the wall. But it's fun to see some of those little hang-ups, right? Fun for people watching, not for me so much. Yeah, I feel like going back to Nix. At least everything's like in one file with Nix. I really do. I really love. That was so much fun. Like that's why before I started the stream, I made sure to copy all my Nix configs over to like nixos-titus so I can always revisit it anytime I want. Oh boy. We got under 1,000 packages. We got DWM, and we should be able to just pull up like Brave. Yeah, that's good. Everything looks really good. Under half a gig for memory usage. Man, that's solid. And we're back on Debian. So that's pretty legit. Do we have like Chatterino? Chatterino does not exist over here. We just gotta install Nix. Oh, that's too funny. Okay. Nix package manager. What do we got? Let's just grab us some Nix going on. Okay. To ensure the variables are set, please add this line. Well, to your shell profile. What line? Oh, crud. Really? Oh, I don't think that worked. If we add a new one. Yeah, Nix. I don't know what that line is. I think there was something else there that should have happened. Can we come back to here? Is it shift click? Yeah, there it is. Multi-user. I think there was chatterino.com/Linux. Yeah, I think so. We got to add a couple things to the Debian-Titus script for sure. Missing some of those dependencies on the rebuild was kind of a pain in the butt. I got to tell you. There's one other thing from the profile that I wanted though. Where was that? I know what we can do. So we're running this script anyways. What we can do, you're gonna laugh, but let's just curl it. Or maybe can we cat directly from that? No. It was a curl output command. Oh, TLDR. Let's get you going. We got TLDR here, TLDR cat. Yeah, there's the download packages, but TLDR curl. I think we can just output that to like cat. Yeah, we could do a flat pack install of Chatterino, but I kind of want to just do it the Nix package way just because it's so. I don't know. I like Nix packages more than Flatpak. What are your guys' thoughts on that, chat? Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I really do like the Nix OS package way. That is, I want to say we can just do this, and then it'll say at the end, you need to add this argument to your terminal. Yeah, I don't think that works. Let's just, yeah. They usually would do like a Nix environment. Oh well. Yeah, the Nix to the dot profile, which if we do like a long listing here, oh geez, I need to grab my bash before I forget. So we have our Nix profiles there, X authority, but let's just do a repo clone my bash setup. Wait a second. Oh geez, what the hell? The setup.sh is not there. Why is there a setup arch? Nah, I'll fix it another time. Probably just accepted a weird pull request. You know, like I do. Have a tendency to do that often. All right. We got that in. Got our bash back. Got our correct listings again. And, oh, maybe Nix will work now. No. Cat.nix profile. Yeah, there is no dot profile here. We could create a new file, but I can't remember for the life of me. There's a just one-liner command you can do to reference the path. And I want to say I probably should edit in my bash RC, because in my bash RC, do I mess with path at all? Yeah, so right here I have path for .local bin and .cargo bin, which is fine. But typically you would add the Nix path into here. Can't remember what the hell it is though. Add Nix to path. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I made a post about this not too long ago. Did I not? I swear I did. Hmm. There's the default bin that you grab from Nix. That's not the way to do it though. Damn it, I even made a post. Did I oh, you know what? Let's go YouTube. Titus Tech Talk. And then let's go into here. All right. Where did I do it? I did this just because I knew this would happen to me. Damn it, YouTube. Where'd you put it? You're in here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Great. So, Chris, what did you do? Tell me your secrets. Yes, that's what you did. So is XDG data directories home.profile/share. And then there's also the home share, which is fine. But really, it's that home.nixprofile/share that should do it. The other XDG data directories, no, that's silly. So I feel like that would be cool. Might need to edit that. Just change it up a little bit. This was a popular video. But really, I made the video for myself to refer back to when I inevitably forgot what the hell I do with XTG data directories. All right. Yeah. That's a good one. It's really good for expanding like the binary. So when you go to search for something that gets added through Flatpak or Nix, a lot of times it won't get populated to your start menu or Rofi, or in my case, D menu that I have up at the top. XDG data directories will expand on that and fix it for you. So then it's there. So really a great thing to do. I should have made a post to where I have a copy paste. Kicking myself for not making that post, but such is life. Okay, so this one requires this, which is actually we could side cut this a little bit because it didn't create the profile. So if we look, there should be like a dot profile here, and then you'd put this here, but since this person kind of put their own thing here, let's just erase it and then do like dot home, something like that. It should be fine. And then you could source dot profile, and then when you do Nix, you get the like QA Chatterino, and then we'd have that in there. I don't particularly like this way with just using the dot profile. It's not that bad though. So like Chatterino 2, that technically would work, and then it doesn't work right there on D menu, but does chatter, what is chatter? Oh, that's something else. No. So then I need to reference Nix profile, which that's a whole different bag of worms. Probably like a reboot would fix this. Oh, there we go. Nuts go put it into chat too, by the way, the XDG. Use a replacement for LSD or XA. Well, I like the idea of using some LSD. So LSD, what? I've never done that before. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, yeah, yeah. So you get a little more human readable for the bytes here, maybe? Let's see what else we got. Tells you the day. I don't really like that. I like the colors. I like the little emotes over here too. That's kind of cool. Neat. I didn't even know about LSD. It's a good little deal. Install BAT. You will like it. I just think of batch files in Windows using BAT. Install BAT. Let's see. What's BAT? BAT, print and concatenate files. Why is that better than cat? I mean, bat and cat. I like cats better than bats. Just saying. Let's see. Oh, well. BAT. Oh. Why can't I? Did I not install BAT? I thought I did. Huh. Oh, BAT is a cat replacement. Is nice. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's cool, though. Neat little tools. Appreciate it, chat. And did we fix our Chatterino? Let's see. I don't think we did. And if we go into the first workspace, Chatterino 2, Chatterino, no. I got to figure out like the path names and other stuff for here. Oh boy. Well, I gotta say the setup's very interesting. I like it. A lot to still unpack. I could have pulled in my entire home directory and really cut out a whole bunch of configuration here, but there was still a whole bunch of stuff with that LVM I really didn't like. I think at the end of the day, for the next stream on Thursday, we're gonna take my home directory here and we're gonna copy it over into a new LVM. We're just going to wipe out that old LVM that's been there forever and just delete it. I might just use one of the directories or one of the drives because it's two drives kind of put together. I think I'll do that and then we'll remount the home folder using those new drives because I want to move my home folder off of where the system files are because I don't know if you know this, but I have a tendency to reinstall quite often. And I really want to fix that. I think that'll be really good. Yeah. Oh, the XDG the XDG directory is the other thing that would fix that as well. Yeah. Installing's fun though. It does make for a great stream. And there's always something new you can kind of figure out during the installs. It's so much fun. I really enjoy it. And this one definitely feels, every time I do it, I feel like I get a little bit closer to getting that perfect system, which is great. So, yeah. So awesome. Yeah. Yeah, if it's in Discord, I'll grab it too and get that XDG going. And probably some other little cleanup. Still some stuff to do to clean up here. Obviously, like an auto start script, doing the status bar up at the top right. Cleaning up some probably login things and password managers that I use. I'll probably do that offline. And then just re-authenticating in certain places. But overall, a pretty good thing. So many little hiccups in this stream. I don't know how the rewatch of this is going to just be awful. But end result is exactly where I wanted to be. So I guess, yeah, for something that should have taken 20 minutes and it took us 2 hours and a half or so to get here just because of a bunch of weird issues. That's just par for the course when I install Debian. I don't know why. It's always something weird, whether it's a display capture card that messes with me or some weird dependency I forgot. Oh my gosh. So I'll go back through. I'll try and fix up this script a little bit. We'll have to redo this a couple times, but I'll probably use like a virtual machine and then from that virtual machine do the script and just get it all in there. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, very, very fantastic romp through a Debian install. Oh, geez. Yeah, Bat Cat. Oh, it's Bat Cat. That's what it was. Oh, wow. Okay. Bat Cat. I'll have to make an alias for that. If I was going to do that, we'll just alias cat equals like Bat Cat. So then when you go cat, read me, something like that, it'll just always pull it in. Because I'm not going to do Bat Cat. I'm going to tell you right now. That's just too many letters, and we all know I'm too lazy for that. So we'll just alias that into our bash RC. But before, wait, what? CD. 1 second. Where's my aliases? Oh no. Alias. Okay. Ah, yes. Okay. Alias. Cat. equals batcat. Let's just do that. Ooh, did I do auto jump? Oh, sweet. I already got auto jump in. Oh, this feels good. My bash. My bash. Get status. What do we have? Oh, yeah. Lazy G. Batcat, yo. Oh, I gotta re-authenticate. That's okay. I'll get it committed. I'll get it committed at some point in time. That's so much funny. It's just a blast, regardless. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what distro we're in. It's just a fun time bashing around in here and figuring out things. I do really, really like it, though. Feels good. But man, 2 hours of hell right there. And with that, I'm going to let y'all go. Thanks for hanging in there, being supportive, trolling me a little bit in chat. Always a blast on the stream, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. I gotta get Synergy installed. Crap. All right. Well, got another one. All right. Deuces.